Okay, so it's Assata Israel here with another daily docey dose. So I was just thinking, like, up thinking, and the quote that came to my phone basically said, "Accept things for what they are, not for what you want them to be." That's not what it said, but that's what I heard. And cause it's like I had to say that because a lot of times we it's something else that's being said to us, but we hear an entirely different thing because whenever whatever comes through our mind, it comes in the way in which we understand it. It won't, like, just like when you digesting food, it comes in the way in which you can digest it. It doesn't come like you eating a whole piece of chicken. It doesn't come into your body as a whole piece of chicken. It comes as guck. Be honest. By the time it get to where it's going, it's gonna be guck. But that's just what it is. That's the same thing on how information is in our mind. Like, it comes in one form, but it leaves out in another. And it's like how you digest it and understand it, what you grab from it, the nutrients and stuff that you pull from it is what matters the most. Just like when you have food, and food go through your body, it sucks the water out of it, it sucks the minerals out of it, it sucks the vitamins out of it, and whatever's the waste and stuff, it just goes down, it just leaves right back out. That's the same thing. That's the same way we process information. It takes the vitamins out, it takes the minerals out, it takes the water out, and whatever else it needs, and then it shoots it out. So in my head, I look at that as like it takes the mental aspect out. Well, you mentally take it in, right? It gets the emotional, the physical, and the spiritual. That's when it comes down to information. Cool. But like, and that, well, at least I know that's how my mind processes it. It may be different. Like in 10 years, I may explain this whole little thing differently. But right now, this is how it works in my head. And that's what the quote was saying. Accept things for what they are, not for what you want it to be. Like, I may want to process. I may want to think differently about this, but right now I gotta accept it for what it is, on my understanding of it, so that I can expand my horizon on what I already know. That's how things work. Like, we tend to get distracted in what we don't know about something, that we lose sight of what we know about it. And it's like what you know about it is what matters first. So that then once you get solid in that understanding of what you know, then you can expand your horizon so that you can gain a stronger understanding. And that all comes with time. You can't skip steps thinking that you Superman or Superwoman. Like, well, I'm gonna say the Flash, because the Flash can super read. That's the scenario we're gonna use. We're gonna use the Flash. Keep up with me, okay? Because the Flash, he could super read and he could process information differently. And it's like that's how we be trying to process information, but we all don't have that super hyperactive mind to where we can do that. So in us working with the brains that we do have, we have to process it in the way that which we can, and accept the things for what they are, not for what we want them to be. And that all comes with becoming aware of what it really is, standing in awareness, being conscious of it. So then you can accept it for what you became aware of. So it's like, if you don't like something, what is it about it that you don't like? You gotta tap into your senses so that you can see what it is. That you don't like the smell of it? You don't like the taste of it? You don't like how it sounds? You don't like what you seeing? Or you don't like what you feeling? And then that determines what you know about it. You picking up what I'm putting down? I hope you are. If you are, just give me a like. But like, and then like once you accept it for what you know about it, that's when you can become holding yourself accountable so that you can create actions to change your understanding of it. So like once you hold yourself accountable for what it is, it's like, okay, it's this. And I understand that it's like this. So what I'm gonna do about it is I can look at it this way, I can look at it that way. But I won't control it, and I won't allow it to control me. The actions that I'm gonna put in place to make sure that those happen, like it don't control me, and I don't control it. The actions I'm gonna put in place are, and then you do what you do. But it's all about your perspective and expanding your horizon enough to know that everything isn't always what you think it is. It's what you know it is. Like, because I love saying this quote, a wise man knows that he knows nothing at all. You have to be willing to learn and expand your horizon. Anybody who says they know everything, they are a knowing ass lie. Even a computer don't know everything. Because a computer is not going to tell you how to love. Computer don't know how to love because it's artificial intelligence. So it doesn't have that sense of feeling. And I guarantee if it ever gains that sense of feeling, it'll let you know how. It'll be different, like honestly and truly. It'll move different. It's just something to really just think about, like just in life in general. I seen iRobot. That's why I said that. That's all I'm gonna say. But I it's I I love just pondering my night thoughts. Like out of all my videos that I put on this YouTube, whatever I had this blackout screen, these be my best videos because it's like I just be staring into the dark parts of my room, looking at the walls, looking at myself in the mirror, looking at the ceiling, and just thinking on what's being communicated to me. Because like that's something that I learned. Like we can say that we don't believe in this, that, and the third. Like there's atheists out there, there's Christians, there's Buddhists, all of this stuff. And we all have our belief systems and what we feel and know to be true. But at the end of the day, like Latifah said, a thought is, what she say? A thought is a thought. And if you believe in it, it manifests into your reality. And it's like that's what all of these things are. Like our mind, our all of our minds are interconnected with each other. We may not know how our brain waves are connected to each other or how our auras interact with each other to produce our reality, but it do. Like, and I that's something I really learned yesterday. Like when our auras interconnect with other people whose auras vibrate the same, it's like you feel different, you move different, you see things different, you become you at a different like a different level of awareness. And it feels like home, honestly. And it's like we all have that sense of belonging somewhere. And that's why Christians stick with Christians, Buddhists stick with Buddhists, atheists stick with atheists, and just like that's why we put titles and labels onto things, because when you because we all have that sense of belonging in our auras to where we understand life differently. Yeah. So like we tend to gravitate towards the people that understand our story. That makes sense. But that's not the point I was getting at. I don't know. Free thought, free thinking. Oh, but I was gonna say, like, these thoughts that we receive, like, I don't care what anybody say, these thoughts come from somewhere. It's not just from off the back of our minds. Like, it's like our mind is connected to something. Like, how can a person that never did something wind up doing an amazing thing? Like, how can huh how can a parent become a parent if no one ever taught them how to be a parent? Like, they had to their brain had to be connected to a different level of understanding. Yes, the child teaches the parent, but how would the parent know that they doing something right? You get what I'm saying? Like, it's because like it's effort. Like, even though we are being aware of what's in front of us, we are also receiving guidance from those that are guiding our direction. God, God, guiding our direction. That's why I always say guiding our direction. I don't know who's guiding our direction. I just know every day the sun rises and the moon sets. The moon rises and the sun sets. The stars that come into the sky at night, and then there's clouds in the sky in the morning. We don't do that. We have no control over that. These trees been growing for generations. We have no control over that. We didn't plant those trees. It's true forests. It's a lot of mystery to life. And it's like we don't have those answers. But there's ways we can find those answers if we need it. And who's guiding our direction to seek something like that? Like, you can call them God, you can call them Allah, you can call them God, you can call them universe, you can call them whatever you please. But I just know it is some energy that is guiding our direction. It's just that simple. You can call it an energy, you can call it an entity, you can call it a he, you can call it a she, you can call it a it. I say guiding our direction. I call them my ancestors. I call them my spirit guides, my warriors, my conjurers, my whoever is guiding our direction. I give you gratitude, because like that is such an underrated blessing. Like, who who helps us to wake up in the morning? Like, yes, we regain consciousness in the morning. Like, that's what we gotta realize. Like, every morning when we wake up, we are regaining consciousness in our body. We go from an unconscious state to a conscious state. And then, like, our transition period is our subconscious. That's how we navigate between the two. Ooh, see, I ain't even finna go that deep. I ain't even finna go that deep with you tonight. Not on this camera, I'm not. Oh no, I'm not. Whoa, okay, I'm gonna cut this short. Peace and love.